If I unplug my microphone, does that help? So you can hear me now? Robert Richardson, I see you. Deanne, fine. Let me plug my microphone back in and see if it works. Lori Agassi, welcome. I've unplugged it again, so hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, the joys of technology. All right. Well, we're going to give this an attempt. I'm speaking more uh, softly this morning because I'm reading your comments at the same time, just making sure you're hearing me. Okay, seems like unplugging the microphone is what's best. I don't know the root of that, whether it's my microphone, the little connection, or the phone itself. It works just fine when I'm not on Facebook Live, so I'm not sure. It's one of those things where you throw money at it until you find the solution. And so this morning, we're up here in where we're staying for a week in Truckee, north of Lake Tahoe, and we got in later last night, and my family's still sleeping, so I'm trying to speak a little softly. It says in Proverbs that a loud greeting early in the morning will be taken as a curse. So I'm trying not to speak too loud. Um, I'm in Psalm 134 this morning, and I am exhausted. I am so tired. I woke up on time, but I'm just not really. It'll take a couple of days to recover. I'm shocked that some of you are even here at 7 a.m. Alyssa, you're one of them. Dana, um, Deanne, you faithful workers. And so I don't mean to exclude anyone, but everyone worked so hard this last week, and I know you are feeling as tired as I feel. And I think the theme I wanted to focus on this morning is celebration. Um, I don't know if it's a personality thing or just a life thing that you can have a bunch of great things happen in your life, and then there's one thing that's not right, and at least I tend to focus on that one thing. Why isn't that right? How do I fix it? Coming up with a solution, you know. And so it tends to, by virtue of that, um, seem to attract our attention. I mean, everybody loves to celebrate, uh, but if there's something not quite right in your life, you tend to focus on that, and at least I do. And so we are covering the spiritual disciplines on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. in our equipping hour. And one of those disciplines is the discipline of celebration. And I think um, one, one of the reasons it's called a discipline is that there are a few times in our life where 100% of all aspects of our life are exactly the way we want them. And because that's true, I think we need to make a choice consistently to set aside time to celebrate the things that are good, celebrate those parts of our life that are worthy of celebration. Um, Certainly we acknowledge those aspects of our life that are grievous or frustrating or disappointing. But just like we would set aside a part of our day for prayer or for study or to focus on one thing, to give our attention to one thing, celebration is certainly worthy of being a discipline to focus on that one thing for a period of time. And this morning, truly, that's been my heart to kind of let those things that are kind of out of place in my life or in life fade into the background for a time and concentrate completely on the work that God is doing that is so good. And to celebrate a week that we've just had with our creative arts camp. And we just celebrated. I officiated a wedding on Saturday. We had a great Sunday where Jonathan Cassis came and led worship, a potential worship pastor for us at Grace, and to add not just worship, but to fill out even more aspects of ministry that would be really helpful. And so there are so many things to celebrate. And I'm going to read a psalm, Psalm 134, that is exactly that. It's a celebration. And this is a psalm of ascent, meaning this is a song that was sung by Hebrews that were making their way from their hometown to Jerusalem for an annual feast. And feasts were great celebrations. And so you're going to be at the temple. You're going to be where the presence of God was represented in Israel. You're going to Zion, Jerusalem. So it was a happy journey. And so this psalm only has 3 verses in it. Psalm 134. And it says this: "Come, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord, who stand by night in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands to the holy place and bless the Lord." Lift up your hands to the holy place and bless the Lord. That's verse 2. Verse 3, "May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who made heaven and earth." So 2 things I want to point out. One is, when we celebrate good things in our life, where do we direct our celebration? The psalmist helps us to say that we direct our celebration to God. Bless the Lord. Lift up our hands in thanksgiving and praise to God, because God is the source of all good things. In himself, he himself is good. There is no darkness in him at all. All good gifts come from the Father who is in heaven. This is what James tells us in chapter 1, James chapter 1. And so when we celebrate, we focus our attention on God, that he is good, that he has given us good gifts, that he has arranged things in our life to celebrate. And so we do that. We celebrate him, what he has done. And so I've just set aside my morning to do that this morning, just to reflect and celebrate the work of God and how grateful I am for who he is and how much he loves us, and that he is taking care of us every step of the way. There's no difficulty, there's no hardship, there's no grief, that God is not there lending support, lending strength, lending wisdom. God is someone we can celebrate. And we're not simply celebrating because of our circumstantial favor. It's not simply a matter of circumstance, good circumstance, that we celebrate, but we are celebrating the person of God himself, the person of Jesus. He is good. He is worthy of praise. He is worthy of celebration. If everything else is going wrong in my life, God is the one person who is going right. He will always be right. He will always be worthy of celebrating. So we do so. And there's one part of the psalm, the second part I want to point out is the word night. Night in the psalmist's vocabulary is most often associated with hardship, difficulty. If you're up in the middle of the night, oftentimes it's because you are concerned. There's something on your mind. There's something in your heart, and sleep is fleeing from your eyes, and so the psalmist references that. He says, "Come, bless the Lord." So it's an invitation to come celebrate the Lord. The Lord is good. Come celebrate those who are standing by night in the house of the Lord. So the idea here is that there are those who circumstantially aren't experiencing maybe a lot of things they could point to celebrate. And as the celebration kind of comes by their house, or anticipate someone who is standing in the presence of God, whose life is hurting, or there's a disappointment, this celebrating throng of worshipers is coming by, and they're inviting, come. Those of you who are standing by night, there's something good to focus on. There's something to celebrate. It is the Lord God himself. Let us come. We're going to go to Zion. We're going into the presence of God. We're going to go to the temple. And even if you're experiencing a dark night in your life, come. Let's celebrate God. And so we're just setting aside time to do that. And I think it's important to do that very regularly. Just like I think it's important to set aside time for gratitude. There's certainly things to be thankful for, even when our life, we're experiencing hurt and grief and disappointment. It's not hard to sit and dwell on the things that we actually can be grateful for, even in the midst of sorrow. Even if it's the comfort God gives us, even if it's just the comfort that those around us who love us offer us in our sorrow, it's something to be thankful for. God himself is something to celebrate. He is worthy of celebration. So focus your attention on that today. Take a few minutes and celebrate God today. He is good. He loves us. He is doing a wonderful work to bring about salvation for all of the world. And one day, Jesus will sit on a throne, and we will be in his presence forever, and there will be no more tears, no more sorrows. Let's celebrate God today. Lord bless you. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of our sound issues, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning.